Are you looking for the best motherboards? In this video we will look at some of best motherboards. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. ASRock B660M Pro RS. If you're building a solid Intel system on a budget, this is a great option to consider. When Intel released their 12th gen CPUs, they also introduced new chipsets like the H670, B660, and H610. These are more affordable compared to the higher-end Z series. Among them, the ASRock B660M Pro RS stands out for its value. This micro ATX motherboard is a great choice for Intel's 12th and 13th gen processors without breaking the bank. It supports DDR4 memory with speeds up to 4,800 MHz, making it great for multitasking. You get two PCIe 4.0x16 slots and one PCIe 3.0x1 slot, giving you plenty of room for extra cards. For storage, it has an M.2 slot and 4 SATA connectors, with RAID support for more advanced setups. The board features an LGA 1700 CPU socket, with power delivery on one side and memory slots on the other. The 8-phase power design is reliable and can handle Intel's hybrid and TurboMax 3.0 technology, boosting clock speeds for better performance. While it may not be the best match for the highest-end processors, pairing it with a more budget-friendly CPU will give you a powerful system without overspending. Number 4. Asus TUF Gaming B650 Plus. If you're building with an AMD Ryzen processor and keeping an eye on your budget, this board is definitely one to consider. The main selling point of this board is that it's got pretty much everything you actually need without piling on a bunch of extras that you might not even use. But rest assured you'll definitely find the AM5 socket there ready for the latest Ryzen chips. Now, even though it's considered more affordable, it still brings some impressive features to the table, especially the PCIe 5.0 support for those superfast SSDs, plus, it supports up to 128 GB of RAM throughout its 4 slots. I mean, that might be more than you need right now, but it gives you plenty of room to grow down the line, and a nice touch is that it even includes heat sinks for the M.2 slots. Connectivity-wise, it comes with built-in Wi-Fi 6 and a 2.5G LAN port, while Asus also throws in some of their own tough features, making it a well-rounded option. Besides, if you're looking to save a bit more space and money, it's also got a smaller version for a bit less price, but keep in mind that you do lose a few of the features that the larger board offers. So, with everything considered, the Asus TUF Gaming B650 Plus really seems like a smart pick if you're building an AMD rig and want to balance features without going overboard. Number 3. Gigabyte Z890 AORUS Master. It's a board that consistently comes up in conversations about high-end Intel builds, and honestly, for most users, it really delivers. The thing is, the Z890 chipset is Intel's current top-of-the-line, designed to work with their 12th, 13th, and even the latest 14th generation CPUs, and a lot of people see the AORUS Master as the sweet spot, which balances features, performance, and, well, value for what you get. This eATX board comes with 4 slots for your RAM, supporting up to 128 GB, but remember it's designed for DDR5 memory, so those older DDR4 sticks won't work here. Gigabyte says it can handle memory speeds up to a blazing 8,000 MHz. While it might not be aimed at extreme overclocking fanatics, you can definitely push your processor a bit further if you're into that. Like most high-tech motherboards, the Z890 AORUS Master also packs PCIe Gen 5.0 support, but that's not without the inherent support for Gen 4.0. Besides, its front USB-C can deliver 10 bit per second speed, while both the front and dual rear USB-C go 20 bit per second. Sure, you might not have hardware that fully uses that speed and stability just yet, but it's definitely a forward-looking feature. Storage-wise, you're looking at 5 M.2 slots, plus 4 SATA connectors with RAID support, and being a high-end Z890 board, it's loaded with all sorts of connectors for your fans, cooling pumps, and all those RGB lights you might have. It really gives you plenty of options for hooking everything up. So, when you put it all together, the Gigabyte Z890 AORUS Master looks like a seriously strong contender for anyone building a high-performance Intel system. It's packed with all the latest tech you can think of, makes the best use of it, and provides plenty of room to grow. Alright, we are moving on to our next pick, which is for those of you eyeing up Intel's brand new 15th gen Alder Lake processors. If that's you, then you're going to need a motherboard with the latest Intel Z890 chipset, and that's exactly what the Number 2. MSI Mag Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi Gaming brings to the table. Here's the thing about this board. It really appears to strike the perfect balance where you get a ton of features and solid performance without going completely overboard on the price, and it's built to support the Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processors, so you know it's ready for the latest and greatest. You've got the new LGA 11851 socket. They're surrounded by slots for DDR5 memory, super fast PCIe 5.0 for your storage and expansion cards, a lightning quick 5 gigabits per second LAN connection, and even the latest Wi-Fi 7 and Thunderbolt 5. Now let's talk connections, because this board has a lot going on in the back. You get 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, a bunch of USB-A ports running at 10 bit per second and 5 bit per second, and a USB-C port that also hits 10 bit per second. It's a solid selection, though I can see why some people might wish for a couple more USB ports back there, even if they were just the standard 2.0, but with that 5 bit per second networking and plenty of internal USB connections for your case, you should be pretty well covered. And if you're into making your rig look good, it's got full support for all your addressable RGB components. Plus, it's got a beefy 16+1+1+1 power design, which means it can definitely handle those higher-end processors without breaking a sweat. So, all in all, the MSI Mag Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi Gaming looks like a seriously well-equipped board if you're planning to jump onto Intel's latest platform. You get that wonderful mix of power, cool features, and the ability to stay up to date for a good while, and finally, we've got the Number 1. Asus ROG Strix X670E Gaming. A serious piece of kit if you're building with AMD's Ryzen 7000 series processors. Here's what makes it stand out. It's rocking DDR5 RAM support, the super fast top-tier tech-driven PCIe 5.0, and the latest AM5 socket, so right off the bat, you know it's built for top-tier performance. But it's not just about the latest tech. This board has a beefy 18+2 power stage design, which is fantastic news if you're thinking about pushing your CPU a bit harder, especially those non-X Ryzen 7000 chips. Both of the main PCIe slots are full-size and support the newer PCIe 5.0 standard. They're even reinforced. Most of the M.2 slots also support PCIe 5.0. That means you've got plenty of room to upgrade with even faster storage down the road. Visually, it's a sleek-looking board with an all-black design, matching heat sinks, and just the right amount of RGB lighting. But it's not just about looks. This 8-layer PCB board got headers to sync up all your RGB gear using Asus AORUS, and like they often do, Asus has made sure the audio on this board is top-notch. If you're into overclocking, this board has you covered. There's even a little LED display that shows error codes, which is a really handy touch. And let's talk ports. This thing has more connections than you'll probably ever need, plus Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5G Ethernet, so honestly, it checks pretty much all the important boxes. So if you're going all out with an AMD Ryzen 7000 build, the Asus ROG Strix X670E Gaming is definitely a stellar choice. Thanks for sticking around. For more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the channel. Click the bell icon too so you'll get notified every time we drop a new video.